well, welcome to episode 3.
Yeah.
We were actually just saying that we're really happy this is a morning episode because Annie's nice and fresh.
Fresh as a daisy.
Well, the last episode, we actually got really good feedback on it, but we talked over each other a lot.
Yeah, we definitely did. And it was interesting because Allie's like, we're so comfortable with her. So
yeah, she's a friend.
Yeah. I think I also had like one too many and was like screaming really weird things at her.
You were slurring by the end.
Ryan, you had a very good job. You had to do your editing job was exceptional because the whole thing was screaming. Lauren, you were trying to be Erin Foster.
I was trying to emulate way too many people. Yep. I was trying to emulate a lot of people.
But you did a good job carrying the conversation, and
You were like, tell me about the French fries. Where were you eating the French fries? I'm like, I don't think this is the point of the conversation.
This is not an important
Let's
detail.
Pivot. But you know what? Ryan's editing was...
We're finding our
great.
footing with this also.
And I appreciated the constructive feedback that we got. Like, we got like some people that were like, loved it, but you guys were kind of talking over each other. It was, someone was like, it got rowdy. It's like rowdy.
Well, I think what happened was also like you were being really good at like navigating conversation as you do Barbara. And like, I felt like I was being a mute. So like I had to speak up. So I would just like, literally it was like, something came to my head and I just...
You were like, are you Gandhi?
Anyway.
Gandhi? Anyways, there were some really funny comments. Actually, you know what? I think you provided a lot of comical relief as well.
I think that's,
You brought the lightness to a very heavy subject.
Yeah, true.
You did.
Look at that. Half full, baby.
But anyways, you were just away. You were in a forest.
I went to the woods.
I got a notification that was like Annie in Forest, and then I saw pictures and it looked like you were at the Four Seasons. So I was kind of confused by that notification.
Yeah, no, I went.
You really downplayed it.
I went to this place called Arcana, and it's really cool. It's 2 hours north. It's like this. It's like
was
this.
It a spa?
It's kind of like a spa. It's like about like mindfulness and like taking time to like connect and be grounded with nature. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like try to like, I don't know. Maybe it was because I was up there. I'm like, I'm gonna try to really like.
Wait, did you journal? Did you journal up there?
No, don't even get started. And I didn't get grounded, even though that was part of the experience. It was like, put this mask on, lie in the bed and get grounded. But basically I like, which I back and some people are into.
Okay.
But it's just that wasn't part for me. So I was like, I got up there and I was like, am I going to do this? This doesn't feel like I'm going to do all. Okay. So basically you get up there, you don't check in with anyone. You go to these like very modern boxes that are all mirrored. So the reflection.
Are there bathrooms in there?
Yeah. So it's a little cabin that has a bathroom, your own bathroom, a little kitchenette, they prepared meals. Well, you have to like heat them up, but you can order meals. And it's like a beautiful wood cabin that's like very modern looking out into the woods. So you're like kind of feel like
it's peaceful.
It's peaceful. And then you have a little area to chill.
I did see you on your phone a lot though. I feel like you were not checked out. Dana was like, it looked like you were literally just looking at videos of your kids all day.
No.
Does not sound relaxing.
Just a moment, Instagram, just a snapshot. But then there was this like music room that you went into. And it was like just chill. You picked the genre you wanted to listen to.
Okay.
It was a fire.
So do you recommend it?
I think it's a cool experience. I think it's like a nice thing to do to get out of the city. If you don't have a cottage, you want to do something fun and relaxing.
Just for like a night.
Yeah. It's like, I think it's a 2-night minimum. And the one thing that I really liked was the cold bath. Like everyone is always
Al recommends that all the time. She always invites me.
Yeah, people hype that up hard, and I'm like, nah. Like I like my showers to
boiling
burn me.
Like that's really bad for your skin, apparently.
Ugh, honestly, you can't win. I just love the shower. I could stand there hours and hours. I sometimes
like burning your skin.
Lie flat on the floor in my shower. Like flat on the floor.
How big is your fucking shower?
And I let the water just hit me.
Annie, how big is your shower that you can lie flat head to toe?
I have a pretty big shower.
Do you have the double head shower?
No.
Okay, that Allie was talking about, the sex shower.
No, I don't have that. I have a little wood
But the fact that you can do that is really impressive.
Yeah, and I just got my floors redone in my shower because we had a leak. So they're like my floors. Like they're no one
used them before you.
Yeah, like I feel real good lying on that tile.
Okay, so now are you a cold shower convert?
Okay, so I did it today. I did it yesterday. We did it when we were up there, and it was like so cool. You get in a little pool, you fill it up with cold water, and you just go. Okay. And then I was like, I'm gonna make this chill. So we just started talking in it, and I'm like, stop being so intense. And we were being like funny about it. And
Okay, so it sounds like
Anyways,
you're a cold shower convert.
Okay,
it's supposed to be really good for your
yes,
hair too,
everything.
and it makes
your heart, losing weight, you name it. I'm a
losing
sucker.
weight.
Everything. It's supposed to just pump it up, pump up your body, make everything better. Is what they say. And like so what I did this morning, I was gonna fill up my bath. But then it was like,
how do you have time for this?
So I don't, and you've told me I have to get better with time.
You're running late all the time? You're like, oh, I'm half an hour late. Sorry. You're literally taking a bath filled with ice.
Okay,
that takes a long time to fill up too. That's a half an hour activity.
I mismanaged my time. So I was in the shower and I'm like, you know what? But I didn't want to get my hair wet and it wasn't up in a thing.
Right.
So I'm like,
don't you have a shower cap?
It wasn't on. It was like a last minute decision because I didn't do the thing. I'm like, let me just give myself a 2-minute freezing cold shower, end it that way. And it was great. And that's supposed to what you're, I can't take a shower 15 minutes. No,
but the last 2 minutes of your shower cold.
I don't know. And then I felt really whoop.
You felt awake.
I felt great.
Yeah.
I really did. Okay. I'm not just saying that, I don't eat into this shit. Like
I know you don't. I do. I really buy into
everything. So I feel like
everything.
you might start doing the cold shower.
I'm doing it tomorrow morning. I'm actually going to do it after this. Okay. I missed you, Annie. Well, while we were away, we hit a really big milestone.
Our anniversary?
We hit, well, it was our anniversary, not our wedding anniversary, our store anniversary.
Dahlia had to text us.
How long have we been around?
What?
Is it 10? I think
concept?
It's 10 years. But I feel like we've been saying that for a while. I'm a known rounder upper. I'm a known rounder upper.
A big rounder upper.
I've been 40 for 5 years.
It's one thing to be optimistic, and it's another thing to full blown lie, and that's what you do in those situations.
It's not a lie. When you round up, what is the number that you're supposed to round up at?
You go whatever it is, units, hundreds, thousands, always.
Is it 6, 7? Like, what is the number?
I think it's one of those things where you use your discretion. Like, I couldn't tell you. There's not a rule.
I think there is a rule. I should ask Romy.
Oh, like after 0.5. 5 is we round up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So then I'm not wrong.
Well, yeah, but you're not giving an example. You always round up about every single thing.
Oh, okay. So I've probably been rounding up since we were we're years in. So that's why I've been saying, we're 10 years. We've been in this
but also years is a long thing to round up for. That doesn't make sense. Ryan, would you round up if it was, I'm rounding up 6 years, you wouldn't round up to, I've owned my business for 10 years.
Oh, I say almost.
You add another
almost. We're almost 10 years.
I'm a big rounder upper too, but I do it to the next year.
Thank you.
So if it's 7 years, then I'll say 8 years.
Thank you. Yeah, that makes sense.
Right. Like my child's not 5.5, he's 10.
Exactly. Thank you. Exactly.
Okay, well, you know what? I think it's just an optimistic thing. But we did hit 20,000 followers. I'm not rounding up. That was fucking major because that was blood, sweat, and tears into that.
I know. You're Instagram queen these days. You're good.
It took us, we considered, I just also want to say this because I'm very proud of this. Yeah. We did not buy any of our followers.
Oh, I was tempted.
You were. There was a point 4 or 5 years ago. You almost went to the dark side. You're like, Ren, I found this place.
Cares?
And you're like, who cares? No one will know. But I'm like, we'll know. It feels dirty.
No. And then I know the thing that really turned for me is I didn't want to get exposed. Getting exposed or something like that's really, it's one thing to do it and be sly, add another 20, whatever.
Yeah.
It has to be realistic. But then there was also the problems that
engagement
wasn't high. Yep. So then you were very sketch. People knew right off the bat that
Okay, so do you think a lot of accounts they buy their influencers? Because I do.
Do you think a lot of
big accounts buy their influencers? When you look at the engagement of some accounts, I'm just there is no way you have this many followers.
The question?
Do you think influencers buy their
followers?
Yeah.
You mean? Oh, that's not what you said. Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
I think depends who. That's a very general question.
There's me just over exaggerating. Do you think every influencer buys all their followers?
There's a few people in Toronto. We're not gonna name names.
Ooh,
but there was a few accounts in Toronto that when once again you're not smart about it and your account bounces up in numbers and then doesn't move ever. It's just kind of obvious. So there was a few accounts where I would have presumed that they bought, but I'm not gonna say I know for sure.
Yeah.
Then there's also people that just do that one thing and then
their accounts blow up. Yeah, that hasn't happened to us yet. I'm really
honestly,
we always think the shit that's gonna go viral.
Happens,
oh God, I hope not. I think I think cancel culture is canceled. People are now we've got to evolve.
Honestly, everyone's seen the Foster episode. Every single person here that's watching, all 6 girls.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to what else is happening? What else is going
no,
on?
Let's go to Instagram again
you
for
wanna
one more
keep talking
second.
about Instagram?
Because it's really funny because it's not like to do the upkeep, you really have put the work in. You know, like, no, you have, like,
it's a lot of work.
This was something that it was like, it's okay. As everyone knows, it's our brand. We do it together.
Remember when we hired people to do Instagram for us?
Oh my God, that was actually so cringe. And they would do like fonts and weird things that were like so not us. And
they pretend to be us. We're like, that is not.
But you actually
voice.
pretend to be me.
Do guys, for anybody wondering, Lanny, I deal with all the DMs, and when people are like,
no, that's
Lanny,
not
like, do you love your new boobs? And I'll be like, yeah, babe, like I'm obsessed with them. It's me. It's literally me responding.
And like I didn't know you were doing it for so long because like
we all have our own. We talked about it last time. We have our own things we deal with in the business.
And like it was one of those things that it was like just I was so happy to give off to
I think it was giving you anxiety as well.
It was giving me. I truthfully don't love Instagram.
Yeah,
and I don't like it right now. I mean, I love it as a platform for our business and doing it.
You know what? I think Instagram is I think it's actually good for a lot of things. I think it can get annoying. I think it's really important to cut the people out, which I've done over the years, or like mute them, who bother you, and just follow the people you like, because there are some really good accounts.
No, of course there are. And I like support everyone running their business and all of our like people, and everyone's doing such a good job. Like it's so much work, and like I respect the hustle so much. Even these influencers that do it all day, like it's not for me, like posting everything you do throughout a day. I think like, first of all,
I think the kid thing is interesting.
Well, the kid thing, and also like and you've actually started to do this a lot.
Oh shit. Here
okay, I'm
we
just
go.
gonna say, like, listen, but you're like running with it, and you do a lot more. I feel like you're a little bit more present on Instagram than me.
I know what you're gonna say.
What?
Are you gonna say my morning coffee at 6 a.m.?
Well, there's that, and keep on going. Like other tip influencer things that you do.
Shit.
Come on, think. You'll get it.
I know the morning coffee thing, but I try not to do that too often.
Okay.
The polling.
No, I'm okay with that now.
I don't know. Tell me.
The meals.
Oh, but people like that.
No, your recipes and the like the smoothies, not the cooking part.
Right.
But just like any meal at any time.
Oh, but I
Restaurant.
think I'm doing it more because now, especially we're on the challenge. So we get not like a ton of DMs, but we get people being like, I'm interested to know what you're eating.
Well, maybe that's true. And
well, guys, DM us. If my fucking food bothers you.
No, I'm not saying it No. I'm just saying it's like tip influencer. Like, what are you eating in a day?
Is.
Like, it's
and
like
my breakfast this morning was very typical influencer.
Like here, like I'm having my almond butter with bananas.
I'm also triggered by that voice. I do not, first of all, speak like that. That's a weird influencer voice.
But do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, okay.
It's basic. It's
also,
basic. Here's my smoothie. Here are my eggs.
Do you think
Here's my
everyone
avocado.
wants to see the same shit? Like, first of all, I don't even want to see that. I know everyone's doing that. Like, I'm so over that. Show me something interesting if you're going to post, or don't, or I guess I can mute you, but like.
Ooh, you're going to mute Annie and Ren? Well, that's fucking crazy. We need the engagement, Annie. We got to get on that homepage.
I'm out.
Guys,
I'm out. No, I'm kidding.
You know what? DM us and let us know. And I actually, if my food is excessive.
No, it's not your food. I didn't mean the Ren's recipe.
It's okay. I'm just going to go and cry later.
No, the Ren's recipe angle is killing it. And everyone
I know
agrees.
What you're saying. It's okay. You actually also don't have to butter. I don't actually
this
really care.
This woman came up to me when I was out for dinner on Saturday night. We went to
Your Prime.
Yeah. What is it called? Seafood Prime?
Seafood?
Prime Seafood.
Seafood Prime
and she was like, people think I'm often you and vice versa. No.
Yeah.
So she was like, I love your recipes. And I'm like, thanks.
You're like, I have never cooked.
No, I'm actually being you.
Maybe she loved your spanakopita. You posted that recipe.
For sure didn't. She like really just referenced something that you just cooked. I don't remember.
Okay.
But anyways, it happens often.
So don't cook or do.
No,
guys, I'm never posting a smoothie recipe again.
Keep on doing Ren's recipes and cooking amazing recipes that you're good at. I also have a side business idea that I want to talk about right now.
Oh, okay.
But hold on, let me finish.
You had
that
a lot
thought.
of side businesses that
I know.
people you were real estate agent. You made bracelets.
Yeah, I did.
You
that doesn't.
You worked.
I've worked in
/ my 7-year-old daughter currently has a bracelet business now.
I worked in retail. Ugh, this is boring. Okay.
Okay.
So this is my business idea.
Okay.
Oh, blow dry bar, nail bar.
Yeah.
All those.
But you didn't do, those were ideas, but you had a lot of actual side businesses.
I've
You were
an
a hustler.
Okay, back to my business idea.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm at this new place called The Good Good. I tried to record this 4,000 times. This is why I fucking hate Instagram. I tried to record it 4,000 times.
Oh, like a cute
looking
story.
dumb, a story in The Good Good.
Yeah.
The volume. Every time the volume wasn't working, and like the third time I'm like, I quit.
Were you walking?
I just
and talking?
placed it. No, I placed it.
That's
like
a really
normal-
hard thing to do.
Well, it's also
Embarrassing.
Yeah. Okay. So I was at the Good trying to record this. They were like, sorry, man, I get a salad. They're like, we don't have any spoons. And I'm like, any forks. And I'm like, okay. Like I had 10 minutes to get my kids from school trying to be on
Why don't
time.
they sell salads, but not
forks. Like all the stuff to go. They just didn't have a fork. It was
because they sold out?
Just ran out. She was like, I'm really sorry. I want to let you know before you purchase your salad.
Okay.
We don't have a fork for you. I'm like, I'll figure it out. So I see crackers. I go get some crackers. Healthy crackers, like gluten-free.
Yeah.
So I get them.
The ones I posted on Instagram this morning.
And then
I
and then I start shoveling salad with the cracker, and it was so good. Like I think that's a whole marketable idea. Is like crackers with salads, and it's a whole thing. And the Wren's recipes can be all your different types of salads, and we can have like gluten-free. What? This is a thing. This is a business I don't know of.
No, it's not a business. That was literally a TikTok trend. The Green Goddess domestic salad, where that girl made it and was eating it with chips.
Okay.
That was a whole.
Okay, but did she sell a product and like, is it in Whole Foods?
What are you selling?
I want to sell the different flavor crackers that match the salad. And instead of getting a fork, you eat it with these like sturdy crackers, and it's a new way of eating. I always feel like when you have a salad, it's not
nice
enough
to eat it with something crunchy.
Yes. And like sometimes even if there is protein in it, I need to shovel with something I love that. I love the motion. I love biting into it.
Love that.
I love being able to do it on the go. Busy moms, you don't need a fork.
Yeah, you don't have to clean anything.
Think about all the amazing salads you could think of.
You know what, Annie? Let's add it to the list.
That you could come into our showroom, have a nice salad, glass of rosé.
You know what? Maybe you could work with Mandy's. I feel like you need to collaborate with someone on this.
Great idea.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Mandy's, if you're listening, that's Annie's idea.
Annie and Ren times Mandy's.
Okay. I'm into it.
But I kind of don't want to be co-branded. More opportunity. We know this.
Well, but you don't know how to cook. Maybe. This is a very interesting coming from someone.
Ren, I'm not saying I'm the chef. I'm just plugging the idea.
Okay.
That's where you.
Okay, well, let's put it out there.
You don't think you can make up some right now 6 awesome salad ideas?
Okay, well, let's do it.
I honestly think it's genius.
Do you know a lot of food influencers out there have people who recipe develop for them? I didn't know that. I just learned that this week.
You know, people are bosses.
Yeah.
That's another funny thing that you just discovered, that like all these little minions working behind closed doors.
I don't know if I would say minions. I think that's maybe degrading, but yes, I think a lot.
You know what I mean? Like little workers.
I think a lot of influencers have assistants that I also didn't know, because they don't. To me, that's like the whole nanny thing. It's like you're pretending like you're doing all this stuff, but you have assistants behind the scenes who are helping you. They're like, oh, here's a day in the life, and they show a day in the life, but they don't show that they have people who are working with them. And I also actually think it's a boss move if you have employees. That's like something to brag about.
It's really you should do a day in the life. That's like really, that feels on brand for you. Don't you think?
Should I do a day in the life? People have asked.
100 people care. That's very a Rennie thing to do.
A Rennie thing? Okay.
I've been also calling you. I love nicknames. No one ever gives me nicknames. It's so freaking lame. I
called you Lanolin for a while.
Lanolin is exactly.
Or Lannister when Game of Thrones came out.
Lannister is like D's.
Lannister.
No, and then with the accent, no, I don't like that. No, thank you.
Lannister.
But I'm like I give all my friends nicknames. I get nothing in return.
I used to call you Anne. Anne?
What? Oh yeah, she short formed Annie to Anne, and I was like,
"Which is for any Anne's listening, it's not a bad name. You're just not an Anne.
Yeah, no, I'm not an Anne.
You're not an Anne. You're more of a Lannister than an Anne.
Okay, so I'm going back to my giving good names, and I've been calling you Lorenzo,
but I don't like that.
It's amazing.
I literally hate that. No, Lorenzo. Guys, again, nothing against Lorenzo. I just don't feel like a Lorenzo. I don't feel at my hottest when you're calling me Lorenzo.
Why? It's not like that though. It's just like
no, I know. Yeah, okay. It's I think how you feel about being called Anne.
Okay, so no Lorenzo.
But I like you call me something else I like Rennie. I like Rennie.
Rennie. Okay.
Love Rennie. Oh, okay. I'm so into that. You call me Rennie, I'm into it. Lorenzo, not so into it.
Okay, well, I guess this is good, learning things about each other.
Do we want to talk about how we started our Inner Circle challenge? The fitness challenge? Because this is week 1 down the hatchet. It's our 3rd time doing it. It's a health and fitness 8-week challenge. It's our 3rd time doing it.
You just said that.
Did I? Okay. Yeah. It is our 3rd time doing it.
Basically you don't eat a lot of things for the first 2 weeks, shock your body, and do killer workouts every day.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And then you
Mark
slowly, and I just actually want to say, then you slowly do
No,
reintroduce
sorry.
food.
Yeah. In a healthy way.
In a healthy way.
I personally do think, though, what I'm dealing with, because we've done the challenge, as you know, 3 times. And I'm finding now the whole eating thing is like where it's getting me. Like I go through waves. Like the fact that it's 5 days a week, every morning, it's in your
Of
house.
workouts,
It's
yeah.
so convenient. Like Mark and I were like,
It's
this
over
is so
Zoom.
nice that we can just like literally.
Well, Gary
get
also
dressed.
won the first, so it's also a competition if you want it to be a competition. And Gary
Yeah.
won the first challenge because of how he looked, his
Yeah.
before and afters.
Oh, and he's so annoying. Like, no, I mean, they have to do so much less to get such better results.
Okay, so this is so funny you bring this up because I was talking with Benji about this morning because I've done literally every fad diet. Like I actually find this has made me have a much healthier relationship with food, but
The
in
whole from
the whole inner circle.
Right.
But in my 20s,
the protein
I
queen.
did literally the lemon juice, cayenne pepper, maple syrup diet.
Yeah, didn't Benji do that with you?
We did a cranberry juice diet.
Ew.
He lost.
How
40
long? Wait, how many days of that?
He maybe did it for 3 months. He lost.
Wait. So, what?
No, not just, but you eat very healthy and you drink a lot of unsweetened cranberry juice. I think it's supposed to help with your kidneys and your blood. Like, I don't know.
Okay,
Who the
that
fuck
sounds
knows? I
like
don't
that.
know,
Yeah,
whatever.
that sounds
Anyways, it was a trend. It was a fad. So whatever, we did it. He literally lost 40 pounds. It changed his body. He kept it off. I lost 3 pounds.
Obviously.
I lost 3 pounds.
And like, he's like, doesn't even notice.
he didn't even
Neither did
notice. He
you, yeah.
sneezed it off. And
So
anyways, you were saying about, so it was the
I
same
think
thing with
we
Gary.
have
'cause
more
he-
body fat. Women have more body fat and like, yeah,
It's just a different composition.
I know. But so what I want to learn too is like, there's the 3 different types of body types.
Yeah. Eating for your body type.
Eating for your body type. And also like, I don't want to, I think I'm going to be a good candidate and I want to learn more about intermittent fasting.
I fucking hate intermittent
I
fasting.
love it. I can go till, if I can have coffee and water, I can go till 2 without eating.
But you don't
Easy.
care about food. See, but that's actually what I learned on this is like, I don't like intermittent fasting. I don't actually think it's good for your body. I think for me, when I used to do it, it was an excuse not to eat. And what I learned through this challenge is I actually eat way more protein. I eat 3 meals a day. I eat way more balanced. You know what? If I go out to a restaurant, I want to eat pasta, I want to have dessert, I eat it.
That's
and
great.
I think that especially I have girls and I feel like my relationship with food and how I deal with food, they see it and it will directly impact their relationship with food. And I'm very aware of that.
Yeah. Like, you know what? That's interesting. I feel like me and my mom eat kind of similar. We're snackers. Like
Yeah.
we're like kind of, we're
And
pickers.
you're extremist in a bit with how she's kind of like that too.
Yeah,
A bit of an
me and my
extremist.
mom, yeah.
But I think if you have a good foundation with your perspective on food and how you view it, that at least can hopefully give your kids the confidence to eat well and balanced and look at food in a positive way versus as such a bad thing. And listen, we grew up in an era where
I believe.
oh, here we fucking go.
Ryan.
You know what? I think of potatoes. I think we can both be right.
Ryan.
I feel like I'd say era.
Yes.
Honestly.
Two.
You know what? Not everything has to be a competition.
I
Annie.
know. But when it isn't,
And I
it's
get really
fun.
nervous when it is.
Okay, anyways, I do agree with you. I've had lots of friends and like, especially for girls, I totally get it. Like, I think people, it's hard too. Cause like you said, you just want to do like, for me, it's like you are as a parent, you just want to be yourself to some degree. Do you know what I mean? And do what works for you. But like, you always have to be thinking my kids are watching and I'm a role model. Like that's becoming like kind of hard for me. Do you know what I mean? Like, because I really want, I am my authentic self. I think even with my kids, like I don't talk to my kids like kids. Like don't you think?
Yeah,
really-
well, you've never like you don't
No,
use a
but
baby voice.
No, but my kids are getting older now is what I'm
Yeah.
saying. And like, you really have to think of like everything you say, even with like swearing little things, like they're watching and imitating everything now.
I know. And I always think
And
I'm
it's
doing
like-
such a great job. I'm like, I killed it today. And then I'll like watch a video on Instagram and it's like, never say your kid's amazing. Like after they've done something, never say that's amazing. I'm like, wait, why did I say
Why?
that all the time? Because then as adults, if they're at work or at school
They're
or
gonna
wherever,
expect?
they expect
Oh,
someone to be
God.
like,
See,
that
this
is
is why
amazing.
it's hard.
They're like, instead of saying it's amazing, say, tell me what made you do that? Why did you think to draw that line in that way?
Go
I'm
talk
like,
to Zach like that. He'll literally throw Jello in your face and tell you to stick it. If you like, honestly, but you know what? That sounds like an account I would mute. That's something where you're like, this is literally what you said. I had a really good day, felt like a really good parent. Then I went on Instagram, saw this and wanted to
no, but I actually didn't. It didn't put me in a hole. I was like, you know what? That is actually good advice because I do that a lot. And I do think my kids are always like, Mom, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at that. And I do tend to be like, you are a genius.
Okay, well, what about, I think instead of maybe doing the version she did it, like do it more yours, be like, Mom, look, I'm hanging from the tree. You can be like, cool. How'd you get up there? Like, just
cool. How'd you get up there?
Like asking the questions without being like, great job, Jimmy.
Well,
like,
again, there's the voice.
number.
I don't think the voice, like these voices of the experts, that's not the voice of the expert. But yeah, I think it's just being more mindful of how you're talking to your kids in general, right?
Yeah, gosh. Yeah.
It's a lot of pressure.
It is a lot of pressure. Being a parent's a lot of work.
Yeah. Well, I feel like you have a favorite right now. Do you have a favorite kid?
I will never. My parents were so even, Steven, even though I'm the favorite right now.
You are absolutely, without a doubt, the favorite.
I wasn't always. I put in time and work.
You are the favorite. Well, you're the only girl of 3 boys.
Yeah.
You're the little princess. You're the favorite.
Don't even say what Benji hates. I wasn't going to say it.
I don't know what he was going to say or what you're going to say, but you're the favorite. Anyways, so sorry. You don't have a favorite kid?
I don't. I really never understood when everyone's like, you'll love them all the same. Like, I'm like, when I had one, I'm like, how will I love the second one? I'm not going to love it. I just like love Xander.
That.
I was like, I just don't have it in me. Like, I don't even love myself. How am I going to love another kid?
Oh God.
And then, no, I'm kidding. But like, that's a lot of love. And a dog. And then.
And a husband.
Yeah, a husband.
Can't forget Gary.
And then like, yeah,
he requires a lot of love.
He does. He
loves love.
Guys,
Gary requires a lot of your love.
Oh, especially right now.
Yeah.
And I am not a hugger. And do you know how many? He loves hugs.
You've hugged me twice in my life.
I think one
was after like something very sad happened to me.
This is a funny like situation that I've got. Like, so when we're working out on Zoom.
Oh God.
What?
You guys are, I know what you're going to say. You're so fucking annoying on those morning workouts.
I am.
You're always, and when I work out with you, anyways, I don't want to interrupt you, but
say it. This is interesting. I didn't know I was annoying. That's such a bad look.
Well,
what am I doing?
More when I work out with you guys in person and you go off Zoom camera and hug and kiss, and I'm just standing there like the biggest fucking third wheel while you guys are sweaty and making out, and I'm just like, hey. Gary.
No. Okay. First of all, Ryan, for whatever reason, I'm now uncomfortable. I don't love PDA. For as much as people think I'm like, woo woo.
No, you hate touching.
I hate touching. I hate
your bra.
Like
a feminist
sounded fun.
That's a different thing. A hugger is different than a burn your bra. But anyways, yes, Annie.
People. Okay, so no, the Gary thing with the hugging. So basically, he'll do it often during the workout. He knows I will never do it around people. So he's like off Zoom. So then he makes me go off camera, and then he's like hug, and I'm like, oh, I'm like sweaty. I don't want to hug. Like, I love him, but like, why right now? Like, he gets very turned on, I think, when he's working out. Like, he's all sense.
There's a lot of endorphins.
He's horned up. So then like he hugs. So I go over and I'm like,
oh God, I don't want to work out with you guys when we go away in a couple weeks.
I go like this, okay? Well, I guess only people on YouTube can see, but like I put my arms down and he goes, hug with hands.
What kind of marriage are you in? Sounds weird. Hug with hands? I don't know what I'm going to do when we have to work out together in a couple weeks. I used to love and look forward to them.
Vegas?
Yeah. I actually also do love that. So when we do our workouts, when we were away in Florida in February, it was our first time doing the challenge, and we worked away we were in Florida for your brother's wedding, and we worked out together in the mornings, and we would go for breakfast. There were no kids. They were all still sleeping.
Yeah. It was a new thing for me, leaving the kids in the morning. It was nice.
You mean Gary got real close.
Yeah.
I was never asked to join in on a hug off camera though.
Now that he knows, he'll watch this back and you're going to get it. Maybe you guys should hug instead. You both like hugs. You're
I'm
both
a hugger.
rah.
Gary, I would hug you and I would use my arms and not stand there stiff as a board. But that's just weird that you said he's all horned up. I don't love that. I don't want to hug him knowing that.
Well, he's on horned up for you.
I know, but you're just like, he gets horned up during the workouts. Did we have any more?
I got the sweatshirt last night. Isn't it cool?
Oh, how was the concert?
The concert was cool.
And Lanny was at the weekend concert. I love going to concerts now. I actually feel like after COVID, being at a concert feels like
Rejuvenating.
it feels so nice to just be like, imagine like a year ago, that would have been like
I know.
the craziest thing to be around that many people.
Last night though, I wish I had a mask on because there was
a lot of people.
oh no, there was very smelly people behind me.
Oh.
And I am super
You are very
sensitive.
yeah.
No. Mark, like the fact I was like, Mark, and he was like, and like it was just not okay. It really put it put our damper on our experience because also they were so stinky. And get this, everyone on their phone. Okay. So every time
Everyone's recording everything.
and what does it mean to be on your phone and recording something?
Weren't you on your phone?
Your
I saw you post a bunch of
I know,
stories.
but your arms are up. And when the arms came up,
Rocky's head's in your armpit.
it was so much worse. I almost passed out.
Yeah, you do though have a very sensitive nose. Like I'm aware of how I smell around you because
Yeah, you should be. Hygiene is very important. Right, Rock?
No, I know. But I just think it's like
I know.
I make sure I'm chewing gum. Like
I know. And you know what's weird? Like I thought that would change after I got my nose job. I think like going to like a cutesy little nose now that it would be like, maybe it would like fix it was supposed to fix internal shit, you know?
Right.
Like my deviated septum, like what every Jewish girl said. Oh my, no, but Sarah actually has it. She says, I know. Sarah, this was not at you. And
Wait,
you're not a little Jewish
what?
girl. She has a deviated septum.
Oh, I thought
she
you said
can't breathe. No, she can't breathe out of one of her nostrils.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But like I said that and I didn't mean it. Like I
You
was like,
did? I actually
was
don't
like, I
feel
have
like
a
you ever said
breathing
that.
problem. I need a nose job. And that was my
I
voice.
don't remember you ever saying that.
I like just said that to like people probably didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Or didn't know as well.
I think yeah, you were.
But
pretty
anyways, my
honest.
point is my sense of smell. It
got heightened?
It got heightened.
Huh. Okay, so your senses became heightened. Do you know what I found after this was different with my boobs because we had different experiences, but do you find you have no sensation around your boobs after your boob job? Like
My nips feel a little bit desensitized.
yeah.
Like I can tell someone's flicking them, but I can't really feel it.
You can tell someone is
You know what I didn't mean it like that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Rocky. I just meant like, yeah, like as in you with those green nails, flicking them.
Lanny also hates sharing beds. Like whenever we travel.
I know, and I had to share a bed last night too. I hate sharing beds.
Oh yeah. Like
It's
I
not
used to
my
take
thing.
it personally. I would like totally big spoon, little spoon you, and you are just like, get away from me.
Why do that to my brother?
Yeah, but I just like I have no issues like
Yeah.
in bed with you and you
Or your
just
dog.
or the dog. You just
I know.
you don't love it. You like your
I don't-
space.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess people are different preferences.
Can't forget that nipple flicking comment.
I wanted to get like a purse dog recently. Like when I was done having kids, I felt like, oh my God,
that
I
is
need to do one other thing. Like one.
you comment.
I
I've
know. I
ever
was like,
heard.
what can I do if I'm done having kids? I'm like, I need to do something. And I'm like, I'm going to get the smallest, cutest little dog that
You
I'm
already
like,
have a dog.
snuggle
You
with.
literally forgot you had a dog.
I didn't forget. I love Rexy Poodle. Rexy Poodle has been in a cone now, guys, for
You're gonna say
three.
a coma.
Oh my God.
Well, you're like he's been in a
Cone for 3.5 weeks. Okay. That's torturous for a dog. And it's not just any cone, it's extra long because he like could get out of the other one. I don't know. So it's like this plastic thing. He has the worst spatial awareness to begin with. He's almost killed me 1,000 times. He'll like trip me when I'm with a knife. I swear to you.
trip you when you're
Like
with a knife.
every time I'm like with something like so
I've literally
dangerous.
never seen you cut a vegetable in my life. Why are you holding a knife?
Friend, you know what I'm saying? He's like always around me when I'm doing dangerous things. And he's like
I
trying
would
to
say more like an
trip me.
X-Acto knife opening your packages from.
Maybe.
Okay,
Okay, Rockwell.
we got a good one next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we say who? Should we
Sure.
keep it a surprise?
No, let's keep it a surprise. It's more fun that way.
Okay.
Okay. Toodles.
Annie, good time.